Romeo is an international speaker who has spoken in TED Talks and has worked alongside other inspiring individuals to fulfill his mission of making the world a brighter place. Jenn is also a motivational speaker and the co-founder of In Her Purpose, where she sheds light on empowered women and their journeys to success. Jenn and Romeo Marquez are authors, motivational speakers, and a power couple. Whether they are on the go or spending time with their families, they give everything, they do their all, and that is what makes them the dynamic duo they are today.
Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of In Love With Me, where we feature inspiring individuals who share their amazing stories. I am your host, Mafae Velasco, and for this series, our topic is dynamic duo. So they say two heads are better than one, right? Simply, that is the purpose of our newest segment, in which we will meet beautiful couples who thrive in their respective fields, but also together. So for our guests today, we are lucky to have movers and shakers. This couple is so, I love them so much. I am inspired by the two of them. Separately, they're so amazing. Just being a power couple just inspiring others both in their fields. Let's get to know them a little bit. They are must-see and must-hear international speakers that inspire individuals, which I shared earlier. They are also authors of their own books. Imagine that. For Romeo is the success messages, and for Jenn is In Her Purpose, 40 Principles of Asian Women Redefining Success in Their Own Terms. Romeo is also a trainer and coach for the generation now and professionals to drive them into reaching their greatness, while Jenn is the co-founder, of course, of In Her Purpose and empowers women and their allies. So together they make a great pair, and that's why we call them a dynamic duo. So without further ado, let's welcome this beautiful couple, Jenn and Romeo Marquez. Hello, guys.
Aloha.
I miss you guys so much. Earlier I was telling you guys, does this look familiar?
Love it.
Thank you for saying yes, of being part of course, you both have already been guests separately, but you were on top of my list when I planned it out with the team, like, hey, let's do power couples, dynamic duos who are just so amazing, even more powerful when they're together. So first and foremost, I'm sure the viewers do want to know a little bit more about you. Can you share individually your backgrounds apart from what I shared earlier? And then we can talk about how did the unity start? So maybe we can go ladies first. Jenn, would you like to share a little bit about your background?
Sure. So I am, oh my God, get out of here. I am one of the co-founders and co-authors of In Her Purpose, along with my cousin Rose Guado. In addition to In Her Purpose, I also have been working in the tech field for over a decade now, and pretty much been in the corporate setting my entire career, and still currently in the corporate world.
And for me, I'm trying to share this on my Facebook to get people watching. So I'm Romeo, speaker, author, coach, also head Collective Hustle to inspire the greatness of Filipinos in North America. My passion, one of the things I like to say is like my passion is your potential, and my mission is to help you live it now, and doing that through creative ways, and more than anything, the heart. My heart.
Oh my God.
And that's what I love about the two of you. You balance each other. Yeah. I know that I've known Jenn for quite some time. Romeo, I feel like I've known you that long too. And together, I'm just like, man, it's so much fun with you guys. When you last visited, we had such an empowering workshop with you, Romeo. I thank you for
great.
that, because until now, people are waiting for you to come back here. So now both of you could possibly do a workshop together.
For sure.
Right?
Sure. We're ever so grateful.
But speaking of that, okay, so let's backtrack. What was that?
I said, we're ever so grateful for you and Nick. Like, while that was a life-changing experience on your end, like that was definitely a life-changing experience for us. So we thank you for all that you guys do.
Yeah, of course. We're your cheerleaders over here. Yeah. So speaking of that, okay, so how did Jenn and Romeo meet? Because I know this is like a beautiful story in the making.
No, don't believe anything Romeo says. It's so exaggerated.
Well, let me tell you, it's an exaggerated story. It's not an exaggeration.
It's an exaggeration.
Well, let me listen. So we were it was between 6th to 7th grade summer, 11, 12 years old. Me and my buddy Barry were outside, and Jennifer with her cousin we're coming down the street. Her cousin is my neighbor, and me and my friend were like, damn, who's that? And
in 6th grade?
In 6th grade. You know, it's true. I thought you was looking good. I thought you was fun. Long story short, she got my number, right? No, I'm just kidding. We ended up basically exchanging contact. We hung out for the summer. She ended up being my girlfriend for the summer. And then a couple months later, she broke up with me. But we kept in touch ever since. And there happened to be a time where we were both single. And, you know, Jennifer was saying, like, what's up, Romeo? When we gonna hook up again? And then she proposed to me, and I said yes. And bam. No, I'm just kidding.
It's like the Empire, the Bling Empire, like that.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry for the ones that haven't seen the episodes.
But the honest truth is, you know, we were together, but we were like always good friends throughout high school, throughout our college years, and we were just always there for each other. And, you know, I think at the end of the day, it was just genuine love, connection. We were just like always truly being ourselves. As you can see in this picture here, it says how it started. That was literally us. That's awesome. You guys have that. And then before we got married.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Wow, you toned down on the exaggerations, but.
So let's hear from Jenn, the real story.
The real story was that my cousin Cece, Eileen, and I were biking or rollerblading down the street, and then we happened to see my cousin's friends from school who lived in the neighborhood, happened to be Barry and Romeo. And ever since then, like, we would see them playing outside, and that's really how we met.
Mm-hmm. And then she go like this. Jenn went like this.
I don't even know. So, you know, that's a lie.
Oh, you guys crack me.
Oh, here you go. Now I found it. Now I'm going to be present.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Okay, so, you know, fast forward now, you guys are obviously, you know, empowering individuals and even more powerful as a couple. So I do want to ask you guys, can you share and tell us about the things that you guys do that you love to do together?
So, God, oh, God, baby.
What do we do?
God. So annoying.
Go ahead, share. My goal is to always make her feel uncomfortable.
I'm annoyed because during COVID, we're together 24/7. He'd be getting on my nerves. Like, normally, we go to offices separately for most of the day, and then come home, have dinner, talk for a little bit, go home. But now I see him all day, every day.
As you can tell in her energy, even though she's Oh, kind of irritating. She likes it. Look at her. Like she.
No, you can't
But answer her question.
the things that we like to do together before COVID. I actually had a job where we had to commute together. So we were on a schedule where we would both wake up early. We would go to the gym, work out in the morning, have breakfast, and then go to work. And then Romeo would come pick me up, and then we did something fun after work, whether it's like go to an event, have dinner someplace, go see the Warriors play.
Yeah, I think, for the most part, I think being able to, one of my favorite times is always being able to spend time with each other's family. I think we have a great family dynamic where like her mom and her dad is like really feels like my mom and my dad and vice versa. And so being able to just spend time and quality time with my sister, her cousins, my cousins, and it's very, it's definitely a union, if you will. It's like in all aspects. So.
I love that. I mean, I love watching you guys have this rivalry too, because I know Romeo's from the Bay originally, but we went to college in LA, and then Jenn is from LA, but went to college in Berkeley, and then it's like, is it the Lakers? Is it the Warriors? And it's just so funny.
Yeah, Warriors all day. Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is just a perfect match. I mean, they do say that opposites attract. And obviously, with that kind of bond, you guys really make it look fun. And I'm sure that there are certain qualities that you guys love about each other. So can you share which are those? And I'm sure that people can resonate also, like the couples who are watching.
Go ahead, honey.
Hi, Yona. Yona's watching. See, she's going to learn for you guys. Yona.
So two of the things that I love most about Romeo is that he's really fun and easygoing for the most part. Yeah, he's easygoing for the most part. But he's funny, and he always likes to say, "I get entertainment for life." So
yeah, that's a fact. Like Jenn, in this relationship, Jenn will never be bored. She will be entertained for the rest of her life.
you get on my nerves sometimes.
See, Jenn, you need to make those babies so that Romeo can be busy taking care and entertaining the kids.
With an S, babies. Yep.
Yeah, you said you were gonna catch up to me, right?
Yeah. One every year.
But you could do that. You can just give birth 3 times. Jenn, have twins every single time.
Honey, I'm wearing this shirt. Just do it. Let's do it. Not just do it. Let's do it.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God, that's too funny. Okay, so I know both of you. Go ahead.
I was going to say qualities for Jenn. I like how she is definitely the opposite of me. She's 100% way cleaner than me, so she gets me clean and organized. That's one thing. She grounds me because I love flying everywhere, and so it's like, that's cute, Romeo, come down to earth. But at the same time, I'm like, honey, you're too much on earth. Come fly with me. And just being able, obviously, she's beautiful. She gets along with, a great thing about her is like, say we go to a party or like, I don't know, a function of some sort. She I can leave her on her own. Like, she's very independent. So allowing her to just be free and just kind of owning her own power really inspires me. So that's a great dynamic about her. So, yeah, look at that. That's a boss picture. She a boss. That's what I'm talking about.
Boss.
Yeah.
So speaking of being
a boss, definitely a
both
boss.
of you are.
What I was gonna say is
definitely. So yeah, speaking of being a boss, both of you are leaders. You both are inspirations to many people. And of course, you do find time to be together and make sure that you relax and work out and keep healthy. So how do you both find that balance?
I actually don't really have a balance. You know, I'm not a balanced person. I have to like honestly admit that. Like, I need.
You should change that. Not finding the balance.
Yeah, I need to find balance. That's what it should probably say for me, because being at home, because I have more time and I'm not reading, I don't actually take a break. Like I hardly go and take a break to like even go outside. So like this week I told myself I'm gonna walk outside even if it's 30 minutes. It's either that or I go on my indoor bike or a bike somewhere. But it always has to be for a purpose, right? Like I'm gonna go bike to the post office or something because I have to pick something up, or because I have to work out. I haven't like moved out of there for like 10 hours or something like that. And so for me, I work a lot, and admittedly I should not be such a workaholic, but I have a hard time. I have a hard time turning it off, basically. So I am not a good example. I don't have balance. I'm like extreme.
All right. So that was very inspiring. So for me, I do have balance to an extent. I do wake up at 4 a.m. I have a regimen in the morning because I am aware of working at home. I'm aware of all the calls, meetings, work I have to do, so forth and so on. And so it's important for me to structure my self-care before I take care of other people. So being able to fuel my spirit, fuel my mind, and fuel my heart is important for me to fuel the world, their hearts and their minds, because you can't fill a tank when yours is empty, right? So being able to, again, work out, have a morning routine, so forth and so on. And then being able to, this might sound so simple, but really getting enough rest, getting enough sleep, trying to sleep at a consistent time. Like Jenn knows I'm already in bed at like 8:30. She says, "You're going to sleep?" I'm just still sending emails. And so at the end of the day, I think it's important as from a couple perspective, I think it's important to obviously love and connect with each other. It's important to love and connect with your work, but it's also as important to love and connect with yourself. So self-care is the best care.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. Jen's sending me emails like late at night. I'm like, hey, is it like 3 or 4 in the morning? Like, go to bed. But that's the thing. That's what I love about Jenn. Like she has drive. She has a driving force, and so do you. So I think, there is a balance between the two of you. You're an author, Romeo, and now Jenn's an author. I'm pretty sure she was also inspired by what you did, because I know until now, Jenn is honest and sharing that she's not really comfortable talking, right, Jenn? And here I am, just like Romeo's, I guess we have the same character. I'm just like, you can do it, you can do it. And now you have a weekly show. And you're live on Instagram. So, let's keep building. But obviously, you guys have visions, right? You have a vision for your life. And I know Romeo has that every day, daily. It's like a habit. But what are the visions that you see for the two of you? You know, I guess we can start with yourself, and then what is it for you together?
Mute me, Romeo.
Sorry.
Romeo, can you mute me? God.
I wish I had that in real life. Where's
It's a real deal, guys. They truly love each other so much. You know, this is real. This is reality.
Muted me. Rude.
I'm sure Nick feels the same way too.
For myself, obviously I want to continue to grow and build in her purpose, the community, and continue to do great things with our team. I think 2020 was an amazing year. We are just getting started, so I'm excited about everything that we'll do there. Continue to launch and make great products in my day job. And the minute that I'm allowed to go on a plane and they let Americans in, I'm out.
We're waiting. Open arms.
Yes. My funds for myself.
For me personally, I'm trying to build an Oprah empire. I'm trying to build like Tyler Perry Studios kind of style. I'm trying to have a lot more product, a lot more just creative ways to inspire the world because of the limitations we have here. But fortunately, with technology, you can do a whole lot. So my impact is still the same, but the platform is going to continue to get bigger and bigger, and not for the sake of ego, but for the sake of service, for the sake of calling. Because what I do isn't so much like let me do it through motivation and I can do it, but more so an assignment that God has called me to do, to plant seeds of greatness, not within myself, but within other people, especially the people that I love, right? And so as a couple, I'll tell you straight up, what's one of my visions, like wham, right? Wham, like two, right? Wham, over here, like here. You hold two more. Here, let me get these other two. Yeah, so we're like holding. Right, like just...
Jenn, no comment.
Oh my God! Stop.
Oh my gosh!
No.
Babies.
Like, you know, moms these days. Well, in general, moms, they would hide in the bathroom just to get away from kids. Do you do that right now? Oh my God.
And continue to, create, continue to inspire one another, continue to, I think one of the ultimate things without us even saying it out loud is really leaving a legacy beyond this earth, beyond this time that we have. Like the work that we're doing is to create generational wealth, create generational impact, right? Not just for our families, but the cultures and people that can, and communities that can be impacted. So ultimately, it's just doing the work that we're called to do and just doing it together and being there for one another in the process.
Exactly. I'm on the same wavelength as you guys. And again, I have to say thank you for being so real and raw on this show, because that's all, that's the respect I have for both of you. And that's the reason why we've had this long years of friendship and turned family. I mean, you guys are pretty much family to Nick and I and the kids. So always welcome over here. So speaking of that, when we talk about the youth, okay, and I think I've already asked both of you this already separately. Looking back, knowing what you know now, what would be your advice to your younger self? If I want to put it in a broader way, what would you share to your younger self? What to stop, what to start, and what you should continue?
That's a good question. Those are 3 good questions. Go for it, honey.
Advice to my younger self, I would probably tell myself to believe in myself and bet on myself. A lot of times I took a long time to do something because either I didn't have the courage or I was scared or I just self-doubt, like I didn't think that I could do something. So definitely would be to bet on myself. And even that's something that happened to me last year. I should have bet on myself, but I was so scared with everything taking place, like COVID and the state of the economy and just not knowing like what's going to happen. So a lot of it I didn't bet on myself because I was afraid. So stop. Was that stop?
Start.
Or start?
Both. I think you encompass both.
Okay. What was the second one?
Or the third.
Yeah. What was the third one? Continue.
The third one is what will you continue? Yeah.
Continue. Continue for me. Always been like a really hard worker, and also, when I set my goal, like I've always been super goal oriented. So like whatever it is that I set out that I want to achieve, or if I want something, like I just go and get it. I do it, and even if I don't sleep or don't take breaks. So though I will continue. I used to say sleep when I die, but like, now that I'm older, I definitely need to start sleeping more and living a more balanced life for sure. Like workout. I need to get on a schedule. Like I used to have.
Get on my schedule, honey.
No, 4 a.m., bro. No. No.
Oh my goodness.
For me, to start trusting yourself, to just listen to your intuition, to stop worrying about what other people think, and to continue to just trust in the process. In fact, I think our 2 sweaters, without even knowing this question, encompass it. Like, just do it. Stop overthinking, right? And who cares what other people think? Like, who cares? It doesn't matter. Like, just do you. Like, be yourself every day, right? That whenever people say bye, what bye stands for is be yourself every day. Be yourself every day. And yeah, we in general like to defeat ourselves within our mind because of what other people are thinking or saying, and we tend, and I could admit to this, that I think about what other people are going to think about me if I do this. But once I know, and there have been many times where I let go of worry, I'm free. And so the reason why I have this energy, the reason why I am able to just live life in full expression, L-I-F-E, in full expression, life, is because I stop worrying about what other people think and I just do me. So for those that are out there that are worrying too much, stop being a worrier and start being a warrior, because that's what you are. Or you could be a Laker, whatever you want to call it.
I love that. Love that. And I know you can go on and on and on about this because, of course, both of you, this is your expertise. And that's the reason why I love to converse with the both of you. So is there a secret on being a dynamic duo? Do you believe there, the reason why you guys gel? Like, is there a secret? And if so, what is it?
Go ahead.
Happy wife, happy life. Listen to your wife.
Oh, that's 100% true. 100%. That's it. Yes, honey. Yeah, it would be. Yes, it's just yes, honey. Yes, honey. Mute. Where's the mute button? She undid the mute button, right? Um, I think, again, I don't know if it's necessarily a secret, but I think what helps us gel and allows us to do what we do is we 100% trust each other. Like we have, of course, we love each other. We have so much love for each other. We support each other in all that we do. But no matter what, Jenn will, like she told me the other day or earlier today, she said, Romeo, I'm going to Hawaii. I'm like, all right, go. Right. So when I allow her to just do her and, do what she does, and I could just trust her to do that, I think that that says something about our relationship and vice versa. She'll say, honey, I'm about to do X, Y, and Z. I'm about to go shoot this. And go ahead, do you. So I think when we allow ourselves to just do us, yet finding time to still connect and do us, right, in this way, helps us grow. I think that's another big thing. We care about growth in all kinds of ways, from our heart, our mind, and our soul. Oh. Of course, I have to say this. Not a secret at all, but God. Couples who stay together pray. Like couples who pray together stay together. So staying in faith, we pray before each meal. Even though we may not go into a physical church at this time, we'll do it through audio. And if we can't do it together, we're doing it on our own time. We're praying for each other. We pray with each other. And we pray for goodness out there into the world. So the spiritual aspect of our relationship is definitely 100% grounded in what we do.
Amen to that. And of course, this is obviously different times. And there are a lot of couples out there who are being challenged and are struggling. So what would be your advice to them on how to make sure that they're okay and that they're both okay, and to get through it?
For me, like I need a lot of alone time, like to go do my own thing. So I spend a lot of time in the bathtub. Actually, I take Epsom salt baths. I could stay in there for hours, whether it's like reading a book, chilling. What else? Eating healthy, continuing to eat healthy. It makes me feel good. And just even like little goals, like trying to drink much water, stay hydrated. Like those are some of the things that help me stay sane.
Right. From a couple standpoint, I think being able to give, number one, as what she's alluding to, giving each other that space to have that alone time, to allow them to think, allow them to do the things that bring them joy. That's definitely one thing. I think another thing, not to just give them space in that way, but the other thing is creating space to each other, for each other, to listen, like creating that space to listen, because stuff can be stressful, stuff can be hard, things can be difficult. And so being able to create that space to just listen, not even give advice back, but just to listen is huge. And then, finding time to do what brings both of you joy, whether it be having a nice meal together. And if you can't eat at that place, bring it home, right? Another thing is just enjoying the sun, going hiking, right? Doing things that, fill your soul. And if you don't know what that is, an exercise could be just you two sitting down, writing a list of things that bring you joy personally, that cost money and that doesn't cost money, and then writing down a list for you, both of you, as a couple, that bring you joy, that cost money and don't cost money. Because while we're limited with the things that we can do, it doesn't limit of what we can do. Wow, that's a good quote.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good one. Guys, timestamps. Lock that in. Okay, so thank you, Jenn and Romeo, for sharing, of course, opening your doors to us today and having just an honest conversation on how your love blooms and how you guys are the dynamic duo that you are. And I came up with a little game for this series just to lighten up and, entertain everyone who's tuned in just before we wrap up. So I call it, I got inspired by the Strengths Finder book. So we are going to find the strengths with both of you. And you guys are the ones going to be honest and sharing that with us.
Okay.
So if you're game, give me a thumbs up, because all you have to do, when I share that definition or that activity, then you guys just have to point at each other or yourself, or whoever it is.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, the first one is, who is the most organized? Okay, next. Who is stronger mentally? Ooh. You can say both, I guess. Yeah. Okay, who is stronger physically? Who is more patient? So, who is more emotional? So, if you watch a tearjerker movie, who cries? So next, who is the chef of the house?
Yeah.
All right. So I know this is probably a question for parents, but just knowing each other, who do you think would be the more stricter parent?
Oh, Hunter, we talk about this all the time. Yeah. 100%.
All right. So next, who is the singer of the house?
Even though I can't sing, lip sync.
And this might be the same answer too. Who is the dancer of the house? It could be both. Awesome, guys. Thanks for joining my little activity.
I want to ask more. That was fun.
I know. I should have a longer list. But this is the floor is yours now. So please, Jenn and Rose. Sorry. See, I'm so used to interviews. Jenn and Romeo, share what you have upcoming.
Doing In Our Purpose. We're going to write a book called In Our Purpose. Jenn and Rose.
Sorry. Can't stop laughing. All right, so share with everyone where they can find your passions, your workshops, your products. What are the sites, and perhaps share also your social media accounts.
Yeah, so my stuff can be found on inherpurpose.com. Our social media handle is at inherpurpose on everything, basically. And my personal account is at JennRed24.
For me, as you can see on the screen, Instagram, Romeo Marquez Jr. Collective Hustle, that's one of the things I'm running. So you could go to @collective_hustle.
With a K.
With a K. YouTube, Romeo Marquez Jr. I'm gonna be launching. I'm about to be launching some good stuff in February. Jenn doesn't even really know much about it. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for that, because I'm about to turn 40, not 40, 40. So it's time to be free. It's time to release. And definitely follow this. And of course, support my wife's work. She's doing amazing in her purpose. JennRed20 out.
Amen to that, guys. I appreciate you guys, and I manifest many more blessings and opportunities for you both. Happy Valentine's Day, advance happy Valentine's Day, and happy 40th birthday, Romeo, in advance. We'll be celebrating with you virtually, hopefully sending you love and light on your special day. And again, guys, super, super thankful for everything that you've shared today. You're so inspiring. Keep doing what you're doing. Guys, thank you for Kumu Management and all the Kumu viewers, everybody on Facebook. Thank you again. And if you just tuned in, I really recommend that you rewind and watch this again, because you're just going to laugh and you're just going to feel happy, because Jenn and Romeo are amazing individuals and also a dynamic duo. So thank you again, guys, for tuning in. And you know what to do. Actions speak louder than words. And I'll see you in the next episode of In Love With Me. See ya.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you for watching In Love With Me series.